Okay.
I can't see it. It's too small.
Oh, hang on.
Oh, we gotta do it.
Yep.
Is that the right button?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. You're good. And then hit the intro.
Now for a special KBRF Radio sports streaming presentation. Tonight's game is proudly brought to you by Quality Toyota and your Quality Toyota player of the game. Nelson Auto Center and your Nelson starting lineups. Park Region and your Park Region scoreboard. Lake Region Healthcare and your Lake Region timeout. The Minnesota Motor Company and your Minnesota Motor Company halftime show. Viking Cafe and your Viking Cafe keys to the game. Orthopedic Sports and Physical Therapy Incorporated. Fergus Falls Monument. Otters Hill Coaches. Fresh and Fancy at Mamashinas. American Federal Bank. FM Bank. Service Food. Unsted Plumbing and Heating. Splash Express. American Legion Post number 30. Lake Country Graphics. LB Homes. And by Running Stitches. Now let's head out for the pregame.
All right, and welcome. We welcome you to St. Cloud Tech High School tonight as the St. Cloud Crush, which is the combination of Tech and Apollo High Schools, taking on the Fergus Falls Otters. It is Central Lakes Conference action tonight as the Otters in a busy stretch of basketball right now as they stepped out of conference play Tuesday night and got a chance to face one of the best teams in the state, at least in Class 2A, and got to face one of the top players in the state of Minnesota, Tori Orline, as tonight it is the Otters against St. Cloud. They went to Crosby Ironton. It's been a busy stretch. This is the fifth game for the Otters in the last 9 days, and they've got games coming up Saturday, Tuesday, and Friday, all of next week coming up, and it's a busy stretch, so they've got to be really efficient when it comes to practice time, and it comes to a factor that they kind of got, I think, what they're looking for, their schemes offensively and defensively as well. They're just basically got to fine-tune some things. We'll visit with Coach Josh Steer in our pregame report tonight. Billy Lammers is doing the heavy lifting. I'm Brad Anderson tonight from St. Cloud and Tech High School. The Otters losing to Crosby Ironton 80-60. On Tuesday night, and Tori Orline scored over 4,000 points in her career, and she's headed to the University of Minnesota. She tossed in 36 on Tuesday night to lead the Rangers to an 80-60 win over the Otters. Lacey Lewandowski and Sammy Hatchie had double figures as well for CI with 14 and 11 points. The Otters were led by Carly Hirsch. She had 14 points, 5 rebounds. Hattie Fullhart added 14 points and 7 boards. And Elizabeth Clinard added 9 for the Otters in that matchup as well. Fergus Falls shot 38% from the floor, did struggle from three-point range, and defensively struggled as well as they, if you give up 53, actually gave up over 40 points in the first half, losing 80-60 was the final score there. The Otters come in with a mark of 9 wins and 3 losses. Meantime, the St. Cloud Crush picked up their last win on the 5th of January as they beat Ricori here at Tech High School. The final there was 75-55. Sydney Shamla led the Crush with 23 points and 10 rebounds, had 5 steals. Jelias Caesar 17 points, 4 steals as well, as they ended up with 4 players in double figures in that matchup. Their wins this year are over Ricori, 75-55. That is their last victory. They have 2 wins on the season. The other one came at the hands of Sauk Rapids Rice. So the Otters getting set to take on the Crush here. First of 2 matchups here on Newsock 1250 KBRF. Also streaming and good setup here in St. Cloud at the KBRF Radio YouTube page. We'll take a timeout. We will visit with the head coach, Josh Steer, as the B Squad game won by the Otters. And they've got things set up as they set up 2 courts for the preliminary games, now set up here for 1, as tip time set to be right on cue at 7:15. We will visit with the head coach, Josh Steer of the Otters, coming up as our pregame report is underway. We're back after this.
Need custom tees, hats, or uniforms? Let Lake Country Graphics bring your brand to life with top-quality screen printing and embroidery. Located on North Union Avenue in Fergus Falls. Call 998-4027 today.
Lake Region Healthcare joins you in shouting loud, cheering strong, and jumping for joy. Keeping our community healthy and spirited is the top priority at Lake Region Healthcare.
It's time to replace your old furnace. That old one has been a drain on your energy bill for far too long. Let Ugstead Plumbing and Heating replace your old inefficient furnace with a new carrier system and help you and your checkbook rest easy. Ugstead Plumbing and Heating, Fergus Falls.
Hi, I'm Heather Hickman, Executive Director for LB Homes in Fergus Falls. Seasons may change, but one truth remains: our compassionate, Christ-centered care at LB Browen Home. For over a century, we have served as His hands and feet. Every resident is welcomed as family, embraced with the dignity and kindness that Christ calls us to share. So whether you are seeking peace of mind or a trusted home for a loved one, you'll find it here. LB Browen Home, rooted in faith, serving with compassion, trusted for generations.
Fresh and Fancy at Mama Sheena's has a way better option than some overprocessed junk from the back of your freezer. They've got take and bake meals made fresh with real ingredients, and all you have to do is stick it in the oven. Fresh and Fancy, saving moms one dinner at a time.
For over 50 years, Ottertail Coaches has safely carried kids to school, to games, and back home again. Trusted by generations, they're proud to serve Fergus Falls and the surrounding area. Ottertail Coaches, safety, service, and dependability.
What's your number?
We've driven 57 miles to Quality Toyota to get a great deal, and we've done it 13 times.
Quality Toyota.
We're on the pregame tonight as Coach Josh Steer joins us, the Otters, and St. Cloud here, the Crush, as well, now a busy stretch here where you kind of had to make up a few games here and there. Let's go back to Tuesday. You and I were talking about kind of the Torrey Orline experience. You kind of got the front row at it at Crosby Ironton, obviously an all-time player in the state, and I'm sure an experience, I guess the experience you won't forget, although you end up on the short end of things. So,
yeah, anytime you're going up against a unique talent like that, and I don't know if I consider myself fortunate or not, but I've coached against Madden Greenway, and I've coached against Torrey Orline twice now. So, and that's two of the best players to ever play the game of basketball on the girls' side in the history of the state. So, a unique experience. They're great players. I really appreciate the way that Orline plays the game of basketball, and I'm really glad she's staying in state at the U of M, and I'm also glad she's graduating at the same time. So, but no, it was a good game. We battled hard. It was a fun atmosphere. It was a fun environment. It was loud. They showed the Ranger fans showed up in full support, and obviously they've got a ton of support in that community. So it was a fun atmosphere to play, and we didn't do a lot of things. We didn't execute very well, in my opinion, and it was one of those learning experiences for us. And we went to the drawing board and we watched some film on it, and we definitely are going to learn from it.
Yeah, really prior to that with Ricori and Bemidji, really your defense and kind of what you wanted, your defense really set the tone in both those victories.
Yeah, 100%. We've talked about how we're a defensive team, and then you go to Crosby Ironton and you play against a girl that's averaging, I don't even know what she's averaging points per game, but it's a lot because she's closing in on 5,000 points in her career. So, and you look at the halftime score, and we've given up. I think we gave up 46 points in the first half, and it's like, holy buckets, ladies, we gotta bear down a little bit. And the second half wasn't a lot better, but Orline's such a good passer. She gets everybody else involved, and we tried to limit the other four on the floor as best we could, and she just takes so much attention that it's hard to stop both that and her ability to get the ball out of her hands into her teammates' hands. So it's pick your poison, and it's tough to defend, but she definitely threw us a challenge.
St. Cloud tonight, the Crush here, this first of two matchups. I know they've kind of been scuffling here a little bit, but any kind of scouting report on them tonight?
Yeah, I watched the film from Little Falls. They tried a boxing one against Little Falls on the Youngberg girl, and I think it slowed Little Falls down, and I think it was effective enough to garnish them to want to do it tonight. I could be wrong on that. He could come out totally different. We're pretty well prepared for any zone or man that they throw at us, so we took some time yesterday in practice to work on a boxing one just in case they show it tonight, and they held Little Falls to the 50s in points. It's a program, the St. Cloud Crush, they have trouble on the offensive side, so we're going to try to make them play in the full court a little bit. We're going to pick up with some pressure, and hopefully we can transition into some offense for us.
We're getting to the point where the game's kind of coming fast and furious, where there isn't a lot of practice time, so you really have to be efficient in what you're trying to do.
Yeah, and we're to the point in the year where we're fine-tuning, and you throw in wrinkles every now and then, but on the when we're on the offensive side, we've kind of seen everything by now, except for a boxing one, and so then you take some time in your practices to prepare for those things that you maybe haven't seen that you might see, and then you trust the stuff that you got in for the things that you have seen. So it's kind of that fine-tuning and wrinkle adding in this time of year, so because it's a lot of games.
All right, appreciate the time. Good luck tonight.
Awesome, thanks.
All right, we'll be right back.
It's the indoor sale. Of course we moved all the vehicles inside so you can shop in comfort.
It's the indoor sale. Of course we have cider and donuts.
It's the indoor sale. Of course Blake is practicing his dance moves.
It's the indoor sale.
Of course we have balloons.
It's our indoor sale. Of course all of our used inventory is on sale. And it comes with a Minnesota Motor $300 gift card.
It's the indoor sale at Minnesota Motor Company, Saturday, January 17th.
Make OSPTI your choice for outpatient rehabilitation and sports injuries with locations in Fergus Falls and Breckenridge. Orthopedic and sports physical therapy is the right choice for your recovery. Live your best life. Trust the experts at OSPTI.
Fresh and Fancy at Mama Sheena's has a way better option than some overprocessed junk from the back of your freezer. They've got take and bake meals made fresh with real ingredients, and all you have to do is stick it in the oven. Fresh and Fancy, saving moms one dinner at a time.
At Fergus Falls Monument Company, Ryan and Mike want you to design a personal memorial for your loved one that will fully express your personal sentiment and that of your loved one. Fergus Falls Monument on Pebble Lake Road, online, foreverstonememorials.com.
At American Federal Bank, they're proud sponsors of local high school athletics. Just like their student athletes, American Federal is here to go the extra mile for you. American Federal Bank, investing in our community one play at a time. Member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Need custom tees, hats, or uniforms? Let Lake Country Graphics bring your brand to life with top quality screen printing and embroidery. Located on North Union Avenue in Fergus Falls. Call 998-4027 today.
Here's to a great season for all our favorite high school athletes. American Legion is a favorite too and serves up everyone's favorite barbecued ribs. American Legion of Fergus Falls, open each Wednesday through Saturday on Pebble Lake Road in Fergus Falls.
We return to St. Cloud Tech High School tonight. The St. Cloud Crush and the Fergus Falls Otters, first of two meetings this year. They'll meet in Fergus Falls back in Central Lakes Conference play on February the 20th. As right now in the section standings, the Otters are number one as far as the QRF go. They're number 9 in the state. Number 1 as far as the QRF rankings go at 9-3. Little Falls sitting number 2. Then it's Wilmer, Sartell, Detroit Lakes, St. Cloud sitting in the number 6 spot, ahead of Ricori and Sauk Rapids Rice. They have head-to-head wins over both, and that right now puts them in the number 6 spot in the section standings at this point, but plenty of basketball to be played. Otters, who got really solid defensive efforts in wins over Ricori last Thursday, and then makeup game against Bemidji that was pushed back because of the weather and the blizzard on December 18th. The Otters held Bemidji to 12 first-half points, led 40-12 at halftime, and second half was pretty much dead even. 68-40 was the final there. Otters shot 44% from three-point range. Ruby Ellison had a huge first half, 20 in the first half for game-high honors with 25 points. She was 4 of 5 from long range, 9 of 11 from the floor. Also 6 rebounds, 5 steals, and 4 assists. That's a very, very impressive stat line. Otters scoring 59 a game, giving up just under 50 per game. St. Cloud struggling offensively. And you look at the numbers here, they've been held to single digits in points at least 3 times. 19 against Sartell, 12 against Wilmer, and 18 against Little Falls. But when they have been good, they hit 75 against Tricori, had 4 players in double figures. They also, in the holiday tournament they played in, they lost to Rockford 46-31, hosted part of that at the Granite City Classic. Sydney Shamla had 10 points and 15 rebounds in that matchup. Eleanor Piper also grabbed 12 rebounds. And Claudia White, a 8th grader, who will see plenty of time on the floor tonight. In fact, she's in the starting lineup. She had 5 points, 7 rebounds, and 3 block shots. Elsewhere tonight, the Otter boys basketball team, they are at Sartell, game rescheduled from December 18th. The girls hockey team is just up the road, just up Highway 15 at the MAC at the Municipal Athletic Complex. They are taking on St. Cloud this evening as well. So all three, both Otter basketball teams and the girls hockey team are in the St. Cloud area here tonight. And our family of stations, Real Rock Z103, audio-only coverage for Montevideo and West Central area girls basketball, and also video tonight on the KBRF YouTube page. Jason Retzloff has basketball for you tonight as well, as that has Battle Lake and Underwood. Get to our starting lineups just around the corner. They are presented to you by Nelson Auto Center in Fergus Falls. And, of course, our scoreboard presented, as always, by Park Region. We'll get to the starting lineups presented by Nelson Auto Center. And the tip-off on this one, as it will be the Otters and the St. Cloud Crush tonight here at Tech High School in St. Cloud. We'll get to those starting lineups after we pause.
Nelson Auto Center in Fergus Falls is proud to sponsor area athletics. Nelson Auto knows the value of a good team, and we'd like to invite you in to meet our team. See how our team takes care of you and your family. Nelson Auto Center in Fergus Falls.
Looking to buy, build, or refinance? Trust Alicia Helgeson at FM Bank in Fergus Falls. With expert guidance and local know-how, she makes the mortgage process smooth and stress-free. Call Alicia or apply online at mybankfm.com today. Member FDIC Equal Housing Lender.
The key to a great meal is at the Viking Cafe of Fergus Falls. The Viking Cafe, with Minnesota's best omelet, manhole cover pancakes, and burgers that will fill your appetite. The key to a great breakfast and lunch is at the Viking Cafe, downtown Fergus Falls.
Every team has a home field advantage. Make yours the internet from Park Region. With speeds that keep up with the pace of the game and the reliability to never miss a play, you'll always be connected. Get the internet that's always in your corner. Park Region, your home team's internet advantage.
What's your number?
We drove 5.2 miles to get a great deal from Quality Toyota.
I drove 7 miles to get a great deal from Quality Toyota.
Quality Toyota.
Lake Region Healthcare is proud to be trusted and recommended by parents and coaches, athletes, and families. Keeping healthcare close to home for local athletes and all their fans. Find us online at lrhc.org.
Need custom tees, hats, or uniforms? Let Lake Country Graphics bring your brand to life with top quality screen printing and embroidery. Located on North Union Avenue in Fergus Falls. Call 998-4027 today.
Hi, I'm Heather Hickman, Executive Director for LB Homes in Fergus Falls. Seasons may change, but one truth remains: our compassionate, Christ-centered care at LB Browen Home. For over a century, we have served as His hands and feet. Every resident is welcomed as family, embraced with the dignity and kindness that Christ calls us to share. So whether you are seeking peace of mind or a trusted home for a loved one, you'll find it here. LB Browen Home, rooted in faith, serving with compassion, trusted for generations.
Fresh and Fancy at Mama Sheena's has a way better option than some overprocessed junk from the back of your freezer. They've got take and bake meals made fresh with real ingredients, and all you have to do is stick it in the oven. Fresh and Fancy, saving moms one dinner at a time.
There you see, they have dimmed the lights for the pregame open on the video boards here at Tech High School. As our starting lineup is presented by Nelson Auto Center on Highway 210 West in Fergus Falls for the visiting Fergus Falls Otters, who are 9-3 on the season, under head coach Josh Steer, assisted by Jess Price, Nick Keel, and Matt Lemke. We'll go with Reese Keel at one guard, 5'8 junior. Joined to the backcourt by number 11, Presley Warren. She is a 5'8 sophomore. Forwards will be number 4, Carly Hurst, 5'11 junior, and number 14, Ruby Ellison, a 5'11 senior. So look at those starting lineups, and in the middle, number 30, Hattie Fullhart. She is a 5'9 senior. Otters are in the road white jerseys, maroon lettering and numerals, outlined in gold and maroon and gold trim. For St. Cloud, Crush. The Crush come in with a mark of 2-11, coached by Desmond Little. Starting lineup will go like this. They will go, the guards will be number 1, Wesley Shuck, a senior. Number 3, Jalea Caesar, a sophomore. Number 12, Claudia White. White is an 8th grader, a guard/forward for the Crush. Forwards will be number 21, Sydney Shamla. She is a junior. And number 24, Eleanor Piper. She is a senior. As the Crush in the home black jerseys, blue and red trim, white numerals outlined in just a bit of blue. So let's look at your starting lineups. They are presented by Nelson Auto Center on Highway 210 West in Fergus Falls for this one tonight. A game the Otters feel like they can make this a full court game if they can maybe force some turnovers, get the transition game rolling here. They feel like they can maybe set the tone here early on this one and get off to a fast start, because Crush scoring just a little over 33 points a game, 33.6 points a game. The Otters, as a whole defensively, giving up 50. The 80 against Crosby Ironton is really the exception rather than the rule when you're facing someone of the caliber of Tori Orline. 36 certainly can skew the numbers a little bit as the Otters win the tap, and we are underway on this one. 7:20 our tip-off time is Ruby Ellison up top for Keel. Whereas Ellison had that huge game at Detroit Lakes early in the season, where she hit, I believe it was 8 3-pointers if memory serves. Presley Warren, cross-court feed. Ellison, pass knocked away, intended for Keel. It's an interception. Caesar picks it up as the Otters turn it over in their opening possession, and Caesar front court. Front court up top. Shuck the catch. Jab step. Now coming up high is Eleanor Piper. Now we'll find Claudia White, the 8th grader. Ball knocked free, knocked away by Fullhart, and Otters nearly force a turnover there, and they'll go back to the Crush. They'll have 19 to shoot in the opening minute of play here from St. Cloud. And bounce taken by Wesley Shuck, loosely guarded there by Carly Hurst. Shuck, shot clock at 12, gives up her dribble. Pass inside, caught there by White. White puts up the runner off the glass, no good, and the rebound to the Otters. Ellison picks up the board, long down floor, hit Keel in stride, layup is too strong, no good. Rebound Fullhart, gathers it in, flips up the shot, that's no good. And the rebound, Sydney Shambla picks that one up for the Crush. 2 chances underneath for the Otters and couldn't cash in here early on. Entry pass tip free, but maintaining possession are the Crush and Piper. Up top, 3, Claudia White, back tab no good, rebound tipped and loose ball foul. Piper was on the back of one of the Otters. That is the first on Piper and the first of the game. On the Park Region scoreboard, service beyond the connection, no score in this one, but Otters right now are going to look at early looks, a 1-2-2 zone that can maybe slide down to a 2-3 or 3-2. Right wing 3, Keel, off the glass, no good. Ball tipped and loose back towards the top of the key, and a loose ball foul against the Otters. Pushing a foul against Fergus Falls. Carly Hurst will pick it up her first. So the Otters trying to attack that zone. Quick shot early in the possession, see if they can knock some shots down early. Also, transition game got a couple of opportunities. Still early yet. Shamla. Pass back out. Shuck between the circles. Shot clock 20. As Shuck heads left on the dribble. Dribbles it off her thigh. Picked up by Claudia White. Bounce pass inside. Handled there by Caesar. Caesar pivots. Will find Shuck. Takes a dribble back. White far corner. 6 to shoot. Back for Caesar. Caesar up top. Picks up her dribble between the circles. A long 3 got tipped and short. Piper's 3 got tipped and plenty short of the hoop. It's shot clock violation of the Crush, turn it over. So the Otters played some solid defense there for 35 seconds and forced a desperation 28-footer that was contested and well short. Ellison, near corner for Keel. Keel enters it, finding Hurst. She flashes for the ball and knocks down the jump shot. About an 8-footer for Hurst, and it's 2-0 favor of the Otters here on the Park Region scoreboard. Caesar down the near sideline with it, gets a high ball screen, stumbles but keeps her balance. Trap coming. Now finds Shuck. Shuck now will move a little bit as the Crush trying to get set in their offense. Shuck on the drive, trying to put up a shot. Knocked away there by Hurst. Loose ball's picked up by the Otters. Good defense there as Ellison picked up the loose ball. It's a Crush turnover. Feed left wing. Warren drives, trying to pinball her way through the Crush defense, and a whistle and a foul called against St. Cloud. Blocking foul called. It'll be Sydney Shamla picks it up. That is her first, second team foul against the Crush. It'll be Otters basketball underneath their hoop. Ellison, left wing, hit an open three. Finds Keel in the corner. She'll rip cord into three. It's around the rim and off. Now the rebound to St. Cloud. Eleanor Piper the board. Again, pretty clean look and a good look from Keel. Between the circles with it. Now pass goes out for Caesar. Caesar switches to the left hand of the dribble, directing traffic. Backdoor look inside. Shot is up, missed him. Shamla. Loose ball. Shamla rebounds her own miss. Shot inside off the back tab and no good. And the rebound of the Otters. Hurst the board. Long down floor. Fullhart caught underneath the basket. Shot blocked and out of bounds. She caught it underneath the hoop. Took a dribble back and blocked from behind. Denied there by Eleanor Piper. It'll stay with the Otters. Substitution in for St. Cloud. Looks like Jordan Maya. Maya, number 35, is in for Sydney Shamla. Inbounds right wing. Ellison rips cord into three and she buries it. Ruby Ellison, you've seen this season, if she can get rolling, she can score in bunches, especially from long range. It's a 5-0 Otters advantage. All knocked free in backcourt and out of bounds. Otters will make their first substitutions of the night. Number 12, Grace Black, 5'8 freshman, is in. Number 5, Elizabeth Clinert, 5'11 junior in, is out go Keel and Hurst. So the Otters, 5-0 start and really haven't hit in full gear yet. Defensively, I think they've done what they've intended to do. Shuck between the circles with it. Otters will go man-to-man defensively as Shuck. High ball screen from Maya. They'll switch off the screens defensively as Shuck gives up her dribble. Pass tipped. It's a steal at midcourt. Taken there by Ellison. Gathers it in and lays it home. Able to tip that at midcourt. Gather it in. Uncontested for a layup. It's 7-0 Otters. Shuck down the near sideline with it. Trap comes. Pass caught in traffic there by Claudia White, and she's pushed and fouled. Ellison will pick it up. Ellison picks up her first, second team foul. White checks out. Substitution in for the Crush. Will be number 13, Juliana Perkins, a 7th grader, is in the lineup here for the Crush. Again, they have a mix. There'll be some 7th, 8th, and 9th graders that will get some time on the floor this evening. Perkins, right wing, back for Maya. Long three is too strong, no good. And the rebound taken by the Otters. Presley Warren the rebound. Short hop pickup by Ellison in front court. She'll work her way to the baseline. Cross court feed. Black, right wing. Three-pointer, good. Black buries the three. Cross court pass, and the open three makes it 10-0 Otters. Caesar down the near side has her pocket pick. Stolen there by Clinert. Turnover number 4 for St. Cloud. Down floor with it. Here's a left-handed layup in transition. Rolls around and down for Hattie Fullhart. 12-0 Otters here on the Park Region scoreboard. Nearly 5 minutes into this opening half, and a timeout called by St. Cloud. Short one called by Desmond Little. Timeout presented to you by Lake Region Healthcare, with locations around the region. Good start for the Otters. Fergus Falls with a 12-0 lead. We're back in just a moment.
It's the indoor sale. Of course we moved all the vehicles inside so you can shop in comfort.
It's the indoor sale. Of course we have cider and donuts.
It's the indoor sale. Of course Blake is practicing his dance moves.
It's the indoor sale.
Of course we have balloons.
It's our indoor sale. Of course all of our used inventory is on sale. And it comes with a Minnesota Motor $300 gift card.
It's the indoor sale at Minnesota Motor Company, Saturday, January 17th.
Here's to a great season for all our favorite high school athletes. American Legion is a favorite too and serves up everyone's favorite barbecued ribs. American Legion of Fergus Falls, open each Wednesday through Saturday on Pebble Lake Road in Fergus Falls.
Timeout presented by Lake Region Healthcare. The Otters hitting a couple of threes here early on. Some baskets off turnovers and transition points. 12-0 Fergus Falls. Pass tip, steal. Grace Black with a steal. Turnover number 5 for the Crush. Black into the paint. Drops it off right wing. Ellison sets her feet. Buries another one. Ruby Ellison, her second three. 15-0 Otters. Caesar, backcourt pressure applied from the 9th grader Black. Down the left side she goes into front court. Here comes the double team. Cross-court feed, backpedaling to catch it. Juliana Perkins knocked away by Fullhart. Perkins gets it back, bounce pass inside. Shamla trying to gather it in and could not. Turnover, number 6. Perkins, a good job to stay with it there for the Crush as the pass came back to her and quickly tried to enter it inside and unable to do so. Between the circles with it comes Ellison, picks up her dribble. Left wing for Black. Hurst, right wing, gathered in there. As in there for the Otters is 33. It's Ella Kwapinski is in there. 3 is up, back iron no good. Offensive board, back out, 3, good. Black hits another 3, or second 3. That off an offensive rebound. It's 18-0 in favor of the Otters. 12 of those points as a result of 3-pointers. They break the press. Caesar on the drive, gets to the rim and is fouled. They broke the press that time around and really didn't have great numbers that go around, but able to cash it in and a foul called. Ellison will pick it up. That's her second. That is the third of the first half and a chance for the Crush to get on the board here. As Julia Caesar to the free throw line and knocks it down. Their first point comes with 11:49 to go here in the first half, so a little over 6 minutes in, and it's 18-1 in favor of the Otters here on the Park Region scoreboard. Claudia White back into the game for the Crush. As second free throw, back tap and missed it. Nice job to block out the free throw shooter. Savannah Lee grabs the rebound for the Otters. Lee is a 5'6" senior. Black driving, kick out right side, Popinski to the near corner, Savannah Lee. They'll reverse it for Black. Black between the circles, shot clock at 20. Up high, Kwapinski. Kwapinski up top. Off a screen, left wing, Black. Knifes her way into the paint. Drops it off for Hurst. Steps back. Right wing three-pointer. Spins off no good. Offensive rebound. And the putback good. Elizabeth Clinard with a stick-back basket. 20-1 in favor of the Otters here in the Park Region scoreboard. 11-10 and counting first half. Caesar, left wing, picks up her dribble. Up top, handled here by White. Couple of dribbles with the right hand. Finds Cambria Maua, who buries the three-pointer. Maua for 3. First field goal here for the Crush makes it 20-4. Kwapinski deep on the right side. Clinard reverses left side for Lee. Bounce pass never got there. Stolen. Here's a steal by Caesar. Down floor with it. Left-handed layup no good. Tipped as Maua trying to go for the offensive rebound. Got knocked down from behind. Nothing called. Out of bounds. It'll go back to St. Cloud. Reese Keel in. Kwapinski will take a seat here for the Otters. 10:40 and counting here first half on the Park Region scoreboard. Park Region, service beyond the connection. Black is out. Presley Warren checks into the game for Fergus Falls. Shot clock to 20 here for the Crush. Inbounds, taken by Black up top, trying to drive. Kicks it back out. She traveled. She tried to dish it out for Caesar. Able to find her in the corner, but call for steps. Turnover number 7 here against the Crush in the opening half. Keel back at the point here for the Otters now as she is into front court, met by Maua defensively. Crossover dribble, spins. Now we'll find Lee. Lee, Cutter flashing through and Clinard. Back between the circles for Warren. Now Keel, three-point arc left side. Cutter trying to make her way through in the paint. Now Hurst, runner is partially blocked and no good. Shot short. Shamla the rebound, her third for St. Cloud. Outlet Caesar, who works it down the near side into front court. Nearly 10 minutes to go first half. Pull up three off the dribble. It is too strong, no good. Offensive rebound goes to Maua. And Cambria Maua is fouled. One of the smallest players on the floor. Able to get the offensive rebound. Nobody could put a body on her. Foul's going to be assessed, I believe, to Ellison. Free throw is short. So Maua's free throw is short. In for the Otters. Hattie Fullhart back in. Out goes Clinert. Previous foul was on Elizabeth Clinert. That's her first 4th-team foul against the Otters. Second free throw. That's no good. Race for the loose ball. Won there by Shamla. Offensive board, her 4th total rebound in the short corner. Finding Shuck. Shuck from the short corner. Shot blocked. Keel got a hand on it. Taken by the Otters. 2-on-3. Crossover Warren. Inside Fullhart. Down the paint. Puts it up high off the window. And the iron unkind. No good. Rebound goes there to Claudia White. Claudia White deep on the right side with it. Left-handed dribble free throw line. White turns in for Shamla. Shamla shot blocked. Denied there. Block shot Reese Keel. Keel the other way. Pass down floor. Hurst catching traffic and fouled. Really a savvy play there by Keel. One, blocked the shot, but immediately looked up court. Looked up and figured there was going to be somebody there for a run out. And that was the case. As to the free throw line, Maua's going to pick it up. The foul, that's her first. Free throw is good there for Carly Hurst. First free throw for the Otters tonight. Her 3rd point. Fergus Falls with a 21-4 advantage here at Tech High School. They split the games between Tech and Apollo. Free throw missed. Rebound goes there to Claudia White, but the Otters get it back as they couldn't maintain the rebound. Right wing, Fullhart, 3-pointer short, and the ball out of bounds. Fullhart trying to get around Claudia White to get to that loose ball and could not. It'll be St. Cloud basketball. 7th grader Juliana Perkins back into the lineup. Shamla back behind the bench. I think they're trying to stretch her out. I don't know if it's maybe her lower back or maybe legs or knees perhaps, but she's laying down on the ground as Shuck with a nice drive, able to get to the rim and score, and draws the foul. Nice drive there and a chance for the and one. Carly Hurst picks up the personal. It's her second. And she picks up her second with 9:04 to go in the half. So Ellison and Hurst, 2 fouls each here for the Otters. Free throw is missed by Shuck. And the rebound grabbed Hattie Fullhart, the rebound. Now Hurst, Warren. Warren stops left of the paint, drops it to the far corner. On the drive, over to the short corner there is Savannah Lee. Back out up top, Hurst. 3, front rim no good. Fullhart, offensive rebound. Otters will maintain possession. A drive by Keel, steps through and finds the lane and scores. Reese Keel with a nice take off the dribble. Second chance basket. And the Otters, a 21-6 advantage. I think 23-6. Yeah, they've got the next 2 on the board. 23-6 as we have a whistle and a foul in backcourt against the Otters. Fullhart will pick it up. That's her first. Team foul number 6. Lee checks out, so does Hurst. Substitutions in for the Otters. It's like Clinert is back in, and I believe, yeah, it looks like Ella Kwapinski back into the lineup here for the Otters. 8:25 to go first half. Here's a poke-away steal. Retrieved by Fullhart. Turnover number 8 for St. Cloud. She'll put the brakes on. Now Keel right wing with it. Keel, feed. Pass intended for a cutting Clinert. Nice job to break that up in the short corner by Grace Black and out of bounds. It'll stay with the Otters with 8:15 to go first half. Here on the Park Region scoreboard, Park Region, service beyond the connection. Stick around for our halftime report presented by Minnesota Motor Company in Fergus Falls. Big indoor sale this Saturday. Here's a drive getting to the rim is Warren. And a foul call. Foul will be on Wesley Shuck. First personal, 4th team foul. Free throw number 1 for Warren is good. Presley Warren's first point. Hurst and Fullhart, 14 points each at Crosby Ironton on Tuesday. Second toss. That one's good. Warren knocks down both tosses. Otters, 3 of 4 from the line. And the Otters with a 25-6 advantage. Claudia White up top. White, one-handed pass over for Eleanor Piper. Now back up top. Picking up her dribble is Caesar. Hounded there by Kwapinski. Paige Thompson, 8th grader, is into the game. She has it in the paint. A kick out for Piper. Shot no good. Rebound to the corner. Loose ball's picked up by Hattie Fullhart. Her 4th rebound. Down floor, there's Keel behind the defense. Layup, too strong, no good. Loose ball. Keel tried to chase it down, but I think that's going to be a foul called against the Otters. She came from out of bounds, but had established herself back in play again. Foul's going to be against Fergus Falls. Foul's going to be on Clinert, her second, 17th foul, so 1-1 bonus into play here for the Crush. 7:35 to play first half. Otters got the first 18 points. Crush were held without a point for the game's first 6 minutes and 11 seconds. Caesar for one of the bonus here. And the free throw's good. Crusher now 2 of 6 from the free throw line. Second point for Caesar. 25-7 your score, and toss number 2 is good. 25-8 in favor of the Otters. Keel in there with Clinert, Warren, Kwapinski, and Fullhart. Ellison, 2 fouls, likewise 2 for Clinert and Hurst by our numbers. Clinert between the circles with it for Reese Keel. Keel heads right on the dribble, gets to the blocks, contested shot, hangs in the front rim, no good. Rebound Fullhart, and her putback is no good as well off the front iron. Piper the board. Crush back the other way with it. Boy, the Otters, plenty of chances in the paint they have not cashed in on. Feed over, and that's thrown away over the head of Thompson. On the pass from Schuck. Saw her out of the corner of her eye and tried to deliver that pass. Turnover. It's number 9 now for St. Cloud. And back to the Otters. Claudia White checks out. Substitution in there for St. Cloud. It's looking to see who check back in. Who's in there? Get a number for you in just a second. Here's Kwapinski. Dribble handoff. Warren drives, puts up the runner, and banks it home. 4 for Warren. 27-8 Otters here on the Park Region scoreboard. Park Region, service beyond the connection. Between the circles comes Caesar. Caesar on the drive, past one defender to the rim, and scores off glass. A little slow play in a drive there by Caesar. She has 5. It's 27-10. 6.5 to play. Pass tipped into backcourt. Keel able to retrieve it, so no over and back call. It's a dribble handoff, handled there by Warren. Warren for Keel. Keel has left on the dribble from the high post, drives, and Reese Keel is fouled. She's been able to get to the rim. Finishing has been the issue at times. Otters will get Hurst, Ellison, and Black back in after the first free throw. As the free throw is no good from Keel. Fouls on Schuck, her second. 5th team foul against the Crush. As out for the Otters go Kwapinski, Fullhart, and Hurst will come in for Keel. Not yet. Second free throw also missed. And the rebound taken there as the board going to Shamlow's back in there. She was shaken up earlier. Shamla uses up her dribble, looking. Bounce pass out. Caesar with it. Caesar between the circles for Perkins. Perkins back out left side. 3 is on the way for Thompson. Off the front iron, no good. Presley Warren blocked out. Good inside position for the rebound. Now for Ellison. Ellison, Keel, open to the right blocks, and she'll score off glass. Able to slide from the short corner and finish off the window. 29-10 in favor of the Otters with 5:38 and counting here in the first half. Pass goes right wing, fingertip catch by Perkins. Black will defend on her. Otters man-to-man defensively on the drive. That goes for Paige Thompson. Now back, Caesar. Left side, handled there by Sydney Shamla. Shamla, backdoor look denied, and a turnover stolen by Black. Turnover St. Cloud. Black free throw line. Ellison open, right wing, sets her feet. Bingo! 3 there for Ruby Ellison in transition and a timeout. Full timeout called by St. Cloud, and boy, that's when the Otters, boy, you like that. Off a turnover, got one of your better shooters. A clean look from the right wing and knocked it down. So Lake Region Healthcare timeout. It's all Otters right now. 5:09 to go first half. Fergus Falls 32 and St. Cloud 10.
Lake Region Healthcare knows what all coaches know. It takes tons of teamwork, great amounts of grit, and heaps of hustle to triumph. Lake Region Healthcare, supporting and celebrating our high school athletes.
It's time to replace your old furnace. That old one has been a drain on your energy bill for far too long. Let Otters Plumbing and Heating replace your old inefficient furnace with a new carrier system and help you and your checkbook rest easy. Otters Plumbing and Heating, Fergus Falls.
At Fergus Falls Monument Company, Ryan and Mike want you to design a personal memorial for your loved one that will fully express your personal sentiment and that of your loved one. Fergus Falls Monument on Pebble Lake Road, online, foreverstonememorials.com.
Timeout presented by Lake Region Healthcare. Locations throughout the Lakes area in west central Minnesota. Girls basketball score in Real Rock Z103. West Central area leads Montevideo at halftime. The Knights with a 36-21 lead. And a tough loss at Barnesville on Monday night. Game kind of got away at the end. Here the Crush have it, trailing by 22. Jordan Maya has it. Will deliver it back between the circles. Perkins. There's a shot from Thompson, no good. Offensive rebound gathered in by Maya. Back out Thompson. Fires three-pointer. Front iron, no. And the rebound to the Otters. Third for Presley Warren. Long down floor. Ellison behind the defense. Laid it up, but I think she traveled. She did. Took two big steps before she laid it up. So wave off the hoop, traveling the call, though. Look at the Otter bench. You can see Josh Steer and assistant Nick Keel say, hey, that's okay. It's all right. Got what we wanted. Just didn't cash in this time. Thompson to the drive. Cut off by Black. Now finds Piper. Cross-court feed. Perkins, the seventh grader. Cut off on the left blocks. Double teamed. In jail. And jump ball. It'll stay with the Crush. They'll have 19 to shoot and 4:22 to go here in this opening half. Minnesota Motor Company halftime report. Just around the corner is Minnesota Motor Company on South Pebble Lake Road in Fergus Falls. The indoor sale, the 66th annual, coming up this Saturday. Pass off the fingertips, but Piper chases it down between the circles. Maya rips Corden a three and buries it. Jordan Maya, decisive on that, able to catch, shoot, and bury it. Back come the Otters with it. Black down the paint, lost the ball. It's loose into the paint and scooped up there by Caesar. Fergus Falls their fourth turnover. It's 32-13 Otters. Caesar, left wing with it on the drive, puts up the floater. Off the back tab, no good. Offensive board goes to Thompson, dribbles out to the three-point arc, right wing. Caesar, cut off right blocks, feed across the paint. Perkins, pivots. Back out, left wing, three. Piper, front iron and short. Thompson, offensive rebound. Drops it right wing for Caesar. Caesar from the corner, knocks it down. Jalea Caesar knocks it down. She leads the Crush with 7, 32-15 Otters. Pass and another turnover. 5 now for Fergus Falls. Caesar, 2-on-4, puts the brakes on. Laterals out away from the free throw line. Maya, three-pointer, front iron and short. And the rebound, Ellison picks it up off the deck. Her second rebound, handled there by Warren. Now Ellison heads left off the dribble, down the paint, puts it up, and left it short. What a foul call. So free throws on the way for Ruby Ellison. So Ellison heads to the free throw line as the foul's going to be assessed too, as the free throw is good for Ellison. So Ruby with 12 points, and she's had to spend some time on the bench with foul trouble. Clinard checks out. Carly Hurst back in for the Otters. $16 fouls now against St. Cloud. Free throw is in and out, missed. And the ball goes out of bounds. So Ruby 1 of 2 from the free throw line. Last touch by the Otters. It will be St. Cloud basketball. Claudia White in there with Jordan Maya, Wesley Shuck, Cambria Mawa, and one more in there. It's the 8th grader Paige Thompson. Losing the ball is Shuck into the paint and trying to wrestle it free and muscling her way to get that loose ball is Hurst. Down Florith at Black, kicks it left wing. There's Ellison, there's 3. Front iron, no good. Offensive rebound. As he shot, Presley Warren gets the offensive rebound. And a little floater, about 2 steps into the paint. Shuck's going to pick up her 3rd foul. Picks it up here with 2:45 to go in the first half. Each team, 7 team fouls here in the half. Perkins is in. Shuck out. I'd imagine for the rest of the half with the 3 fouls. Warren shoots 2 for the Otters. Actually 1 and 1. And she'll get that second. Free throw dances and drops. Presley Warren 5 points. Otters led by a dozen from Ruby Ellison. 5 for Presley Warren. Grace Black a pair of 3s for her 6 points. Second toss. Perfect. Warren knocks it down. Otters the lead to 20 at 35-15. Reese Keel is in to replace Hurst. So Hurst, who has 2 fouls, back in there. 2:40 to play. Perkins heads left off the dribble up top for Thompson. Right side, Maua. 3, front iron, no good. Loose ball, and a jump ball. Fullhart tied it up with Maya. You've got a Maya and a Maua. Maya, M-A-Y-A. Maua, M-O-U-A. So if you hear a Maya and a Maua, 2 different players, 2 different people. 35-15, but you have to listen. Going to have that discernible listening. Ellison up high to take it. Fullhart, who's back in there. Warren, nice look inside. Basket cut, sharp cut for Ellison. Got free and laid it in. 14 for Ellison. 37-15 Otters. Boy, that was good offensive set and good work without the ball there by Ruby Ellison. Maya, one-handed pass, finding White. White takes a dribble. 3, too strong off the glass with the offensive rebound. Thompson, 4 rebounds, back out up top. 3 is deep from Perkins. Loose ball, Black after it. Maya chases it down to the corner. Back it goes for Perkins. 16 to shoot. Perkins out between the circles. Right wing Maya open. Long 3. Got it. Jordan Maya knocks down the 3. 37-18. She hits her second 3. Here's Ellison. Nobody picks her up. She gets to the short corner and kind of got escorted over towards the sidelines. Actually, the baseline. Maya picks up the foul. It's her first. 8th foul. So it's Maya. I was told it was Maya. So Maya is what they're going with the public address. She picks up her first 8th foul. 1 in the bonus here for Presley Warren. Free throw's good. So Warren, perfect 5 for 5 from the free throw line. Actually it's Ruby Ellison, correction on that. Ellison with 15 points. And Ruby's second toss. Nothing but net. Ellison out. Kwapinski. Ella Kwapinski back in for the Otters as we're under 90 seconds to play as the Otters have that lead to 20 and 22. Now 21 at 39-18 in control of this one. Caesar, pass intended for White and just out of her reach and a turnover. Number 12 now for St. Cloud. Minnesota Motor Company will bring you the halftime report. Don't forget about their 66th annual indoor sale this Saturday. All pre-owned vehicles on sale and come with a $300 Minnesota Motor Company gift card. Loose ball to turnovers down to the deck with it. Maua, jump ball, possession light. It will belong to the Crush. Will go down as a turnover, number 6 for the Otters, and St. Cloud. Really, it's been about an even game. They fell behind 18-0, and since then, it's been even, but when you're down 21, even not going to work. Maua, Otters man-to-man defensively as Maua can't find a lane to dribble penetrate. Shot fake Caesar, contested there by Black. Now up top, Thompson. Thompson heads right into the dribble. Shamla, left-handed dribble. Turns back to her right, back to her left into a double team. Shot blocked and out of bounds. Keel was there. It was either he or she or Warren that got a hand of the shot. 8 to shoot now for St. Cloud. 41.1 seconds to go here in the first half. Caesar to trigger it in. Now Maua. Pass off the hands of Caesar. Turnover. 13th turnover as 3-second difference between shot and game clock here in the half, and Fergus Falls in control, leading by 21. Keel, front court. Reese finds Warren, high on the left side. Screen from Fullhart, in for Fullhart. Hands it off, gathered in Warren, reverse layup. Trying to flip it up and no good. Fullhart gets the rebound, beat a pair of Crush to that loose ball. Able to muscle her way through, and a whistle and a foul. Shamla picks up the foul. It is her second. And it's 9 team fouls against the Crush now, as free throw good for Fullhart. Needed one to get another, and she will get the bonus shot. 3 points for Hattie Fullhart, 6 rebounds. Fullhart 15.7 boards in their win Saturday over Bemidji at home. They'll face Bemidji Saturday in Bemidji. Is the second free throw no good. Varsity game will be at 5. Jump ball off the missed free throw. Otters will get it back. 20.1 seconds to go. Split second difference between shot and game clock here at the end of the half. Warren lost the dribble. Ran out of room in the corner. As White met her defensively, and the Otters with turnover number 7 here in the half. 17.1 seconds to go. As off the inbounds into traffic and a turnover. Warren the steal. Fullhart left of the paint, kicks it out for Black. Black back out. Warren, 21-footer short. Keel, offensive rebound, and gets tied up. Jump ball will belong to St. Cloud. Keel got the ball underneath, and I think was looking to fire it back out, and immediately got tied up. So turnover number 8 for the Otters. 5.6 seconds to go. Baseball pass intercepted by Keel. Otters will get another chance. Warren, 3, 2, 1, in for Fullhart. Shot blocked, but there's a whistle. And a foul's going to be called. Fullhart fouled. I think they'll put some time on the clock, I believe. I think either 2 or 3 seconds, a tenth of a second left, or are they going to say this is the end of the half? I think they're going to put some time on the clock, not much. Maybe less than a second. But right now, Fullhart is all by herself at the free throw line, and we'll see if they will add some time to the clock. So I think they have to do something with the clock. They had to run it to 0 and then add some time to it. I think that's the reason for the delay. And again, if the foul came at the buzzer, no time on the clock, then nobody else has to be in the free throw line. But I think that's the way they're going to handle it. 0.5 of a second left, as Fullhart's first free throw is good. So half a second left. I figured when they blew the whistle, it was before the horn sounded, so they needed to add some time to the clock. Second free throw is good for Fullhart. The inbounds, is that going to take care of the half? Apparently that's just going to do it. Yep, that'll be it. So first half comes to a close here in St. Cloud at Tech High School, and the Otters scored the first 18 points of the first half. They forced double-digit turnovers, got a lot of players involved, led in part again by Ruby Ellison. 16 first-half points for Ellison. Stay tuned. Our halftime report just around the corner. It's presented by Minnesota Motor Company, South Pebble Lake Road in Fergus Falls. At the break, Fergus Falls 42, St. Cloud 18. Here on AM 1250 KBRF and on the KBRF radio YouTube page.
Need custom tees, hats, or uniforms? Let Lake Country Graphics bring your brand to life with top quality screen printing and embroidery. Located on North Union Avenue in Fergus Falls. Call 998-4027 today.
Lake Region Healthcare joins you in shouting loud, cheering strong, and jumping for joy. Keeping our community healthy and spirited is the top priority at Lake Region Healthcare.
It's time to replace your old furnace. That old one has been a drain on your energy bill for far too long. Let Otters Plumbing and Heating replace your old inefficient furnace with a new carrier system and help you and your checkbook rest easy. Otters Plumbing and Heating, Fergus Falls.
Hi, I'm Heather Hickman, Executive Director for LB Homes in Fergus Falls. Seasons may change, but one truth remains: our compassionate, Christ-centered care at LB Browen Home. For over a century, we have served as His hands and feet. Every resident is welcomed as family, embraced with the dignity and kindness that Christ calls us to share. So whether you are seeking peace of mind or a trusted home for a loved one, you'll find it here. LB Browen Home, rooted in faith, serving with compassion, trusted for generations.
Fresh and Fancy at Mama Sheena's has a way better option than some overprocessed junk from the back of your freezer. They've got take and bake meals made fresh with real ingredients, and all you have to do is stick it in the oven. Fresh and Fancy, saving moms one dinner at a time.
For over 50 years, Ottertail Coaches has safely carried kids to school, to games, and back home again. Trusted by generations, they're proud to serve Fergus Falls and the surrounding area. Ottertail Coaches, safety, service, and dependability.
What's your number?
We've driven 57 miles to Quality Toyota to get a great deal, and we've done it 13 times.
Quality Toyota.
Welcome to our Minnesota Motor Company halftime report. Of course, you can check out their website, check out the inventory anytime at your disposal at mnmotorco.com. Their 66th annual indoor sale is coming up this Saturday. All pre-owned vehicles are on sale and come with a $300 Minnesota Motor Company gift card. You can check out that inventory and you can save a little money, put a little money in your pocket, and take home a great pre-owned vehicle. You got a lot of options with low miles, and if you're thinking about that new vehicle and a little concerned about price or whether you can make it work with the budget, you can. Check it out here at Minnesota Motor Company, South Pebble Lake Road in Fergus Falls. Hey, how's it going? Brad Anderson with you. It's 42-18. Billy Lambert's back at our, he's right over here. He's doing all the work. Off to my left here is 42-18 here in St. Cloud. The Otters, 42 first-half points, and there were some moments, especially early in the game, you kind of felt like they left some points on the table as they were able to get some opportunities, second, even third opportunities off offensive rebounds, and weren't able to cash in. So they got 42, and you feel like they had a chance maybe to get half 100 or more in the first half, but beggars can't be choosers. First half numbers here for the Otters. Ruby Ellison certainly helping to set the pace once again. 16 points for Ruby. 3 3-pointers as the Otters knocked down 5 from long range in the first half. 16 points for Ellison. Had to work around some foul trouble as well. 6 points for Presley Warren. 4 rebounds. 9th grader Grace Black with a nice first half. Good work defensively. Knocked down a pair of threes for her. 6 points. Black in their win over Bemidji. 9 points on Saturday at home. 4 points for Reese Keel. Blocked a shot, had a couple of steals, and grabbed a rebound. 5 points, 6 rebounds for Hattie Fullhart. 2 points for Elizabeth Clinard, and 3 for Carly Hurst. Again, 16 for Ellison, 6 for Warren and Black, 5 for Fullhart, 4 for Keel, 3 for Carly Hurst, 2 for Clinard. 42 in the first half of the Otters. They were 11 of 16 from the free throw line. Warren 4 for 4, Ellison 3 of 4, Fullhart goes 3 of 4, Hurst 1 of 2, Keel nothing of 2. Otters whistle for 7 team fouls in the half, 2 on Hurst, Clinard, and Ellison, 1 for Fullhart. 8 first half turnovers by our numbers for Fergus Falls. For the St. Cloud Crush, the Crush 7 points from Julia Caesar to lead the way for St. Cloud. 6 points Jordan Maya on a pair of 3-pointers. 3 for Cambria Mawa and 2 for Wesley Shuck. We had to deal with some foul trouble late in the half. 18 first half numbers from the field, points-wise for St. Cloud. The Crush, 3 of 7 from the free throw line. Caesar goes 3 of 4. Mawa 0 of 2 and Shuck 0 of 1. Team fouls 9 against the Crush in the first half. 3 for Shuck, 2 for Shamla, 1 for Eleanor Piper, 1 for Jordan Maya, 1 for Cambria Mawa, and 1 as well for Juliana Perkins in the first half of play for the St. Cloud Crush. Otters scored the first 18 points of the game. First points for St. Cloud came on a free throw from Caesar. With 11:49 to go, they went almost, actually a little over 7 minutes without a field goal in the first half of play. as the lead is the biggest of the game right now, 42-18. 42-18 in favor of the Otters. We'll continue with our Minnesota Motor Company halftime report. 42-18 Fergus Falls. We're back in just a moment here on FergusNow.com, the Fergus Now app, KBRF YouTube page, and Newstalk 1250. KBRF.
It's the indoor sale. Of course we moved all the vehicles inside so you can shop in comfort.
It's the indoor sale. Of course we have cider and donuts.
It's the indoor sale. Of course Blake is practicing his dance moves.
It's the indoor sale.
Of course we have balloons.
It's our indoor sale. Of course all of our used inventory is on sale, and it comes with a Minnesota Motor $300 gift card.
It's the indoor sale at Minnesota Motor Company, Saturday, January 17th.
Make OSPTI your choice for outpatient rehabilitation and sports injuries with locations in Fergus Falls and Breckenridge. Orthopedic and sports physical therapy is the right choice for your recovery. Live your best life. Trust the experts at OSPTI.
Fresh and Fancy at Mama Sheena's has a way better option than some overprocessed junk from the back of your freezer. They've got take and bake meals made fresh with real ingredients, and all you have to do is stick it in the oven. Fresh and Fancy, saving moms one dinner at a time.
At Fergus Falls Monument Company, Ryan and Mike want you to design a personal memorial for your loved one that will fully express your personal sentiment and that of your loved one. Fergus Falls Monument on Pebble Lake Road, online, foreverstonememorials.com.
At American Federal Bank, they're proud sponsors of local high school athletics. Just like their student athletes, American Federal is here to go the extra mile for you. American Federal Bank, investing in our community one play at a time. Member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Need custom tees, hats, or uniforms? Let Lake Country Graphics bring your brand to life with top quality screen printing and embroidery. Located on North Union Avenue in Fergus Falls. Call 998-4027 today.
Here's to a great season for all our favorite high school athletes. American Legion is a favorite too and serves up everyone's favorite barbecued ribs. American Legion of Fergus Falls, open each Wednesday through Saturday on Pebble Lake Road in Fergus Falls.
Welcome back to our Minnesota Motor Company halftime reports. 42-18. Otter girls lead here in St. Cloud over the Crush. Checking some other scores. Boys basketball. Pelican Rapids leading Hillcrest in Fergus Falls. State-ranked Vikings lead 34-19 at halftime. Underwood leads Battle Lake. You can check that out on KJ Country 96.5 or also on the KBRF YouTube page with Jason Retzloff. Rockets lead the Battlers 43-24 at halftime. Border West leads Ashby 33-13 late in the first half in that matchup. Otter boys don't have a score. Actually, we do have a score in that one. They trail Sartell in Sartell at halftime. It's 41-32 is the final score there. Other girls basketball scores. Nice win for Breckenridge. They win at DGF tonight, 71-51. So a nice win for the Cowgirls there. And also checking some other scores, Minnewaska leads Morris 26-20 late in the first half. 42-18, Otters, 24-point lead led by 16 from Ruby Ellison. That'll put the wraps on our Minnesota Motor Company halftime report. Stay tuned for the second half of play from St. Cloud after this.
Nelson Auto Center in Fergus Falls is proud to sponsor area athletics. Nelson Auto knows the value of a good team, and we'd like to invite you in to meet our team. See how our team takes care of you and your family. Nelson Auto Center in Fergus Falls.
Looking to buy, build, or refinance? Trust Alicia Helgeson at FM Bank in Fergus Falls. With expert guidance and local know-how, she makes the mortgage process smooth and stress-free. Call Alicia or apply online at mybankfm.com today. Member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Make OSPTI your choice for outpatient rehabilitation and sports injuries with locations in Fergus Falls and Breckenridge. Orthopedic and sports physical therapy is the right choice for your recovery. Live your best life. Trust the experts at OSPTI.
Get you ready for the second half here in St. Cloud, as we talked about with head coach Josh Steer in our pregame. Busy stretch here for the Otters at Bemidji Saturday. We have 5 p.m. start time for the varsity game. At Wilmer Tuesday. At Sartell next Friday. Next home game for the Otters will be the 29th against Detroit Lakes. DL losing to Perham tonight at the Hive. Otters get it to start the second half. Keel Keel high on the right side. Ellison asking for it, free throw circle, drops it off. Fullhart. Hattie on the drive, past her defender to the rim, and scores. Beat that first defender. Otters will press, 1-2-2 press. Fullhart with 7 to go with 6 rebounds. And the Otters have a 44-18 lead, 26 their biggest lead of the game. Double teamed with Caesar, and nowhere to go, just had to throw it off of one of the Otters, not out of bounds. For Fergus Falls, it'll be Keel, Hurst, Warren, Ellison, and Fullhart. For St. Cloud, Shuck will start the second half with 3 fouls, and there was Caesar, Shamla, White, and Piper. Pass inside, White the catch, into the paint, and a turnover. Pass back out, and a steal. That is now 16 turnovers now for St. Cloud. Fullhart up top. Warren down the paint. Oh, had it, and lost it out of bounds. Boy, she had a path to the hoop, but lost the ball on her own. Turnover number 9 for the Otters. Otters will set up for that press once more. Inbounds taken by Shuck. Pass off the leg of Hurst, lower leg, picked up there by the Otters. Ellison inside, and for Warren, line drive shot. As she caught it, left blocks, and a line drive shot off the glass and in. Otters have the lead to 28, 46-18. Long pass down floor. Shamla gets to it around Keel and scores. Sydney Shamla able to chase that down, beat Keel to the ball, and puts it up and in. Down floor comes Fullhart, puts it up, back tab no good, offensive rebound, throws it up, missed that one. And the rebound, Wesley Shuck for St. Cloud. 16:36 second half, 46-20. Here's a 3 from Shuck. She buries it. Pull up 3, about 3-4 feet behind the line. Shuck has 5, 46-23 Otters. Fullhart. Hattie takes one dribble. Now Hurst up top. Hurst, nice look inside, backdoor look, and Ellison able to get around Claudia White and score. Ruby Ellison is 18, 48-23 Otters. On the Park Region scoreboard, Park Region service beyond the connection. St. Cloud basketball with Shuck. Shuck left wing. Couple of dribbles, now back between the circles for Caesar. Caesar picks up her dribble between the circles. Piper, high on the left side, now a backdoor look inside for Caesar. Left-handed shot blocked by Keel. It's her second block of the game. Out of bounds, it'll stay. With the crush, they'll have 9 to shoot. Otter basketball presented to you by Running Stitches Embroidery. They're the local choice for embroidery and screen printing in Fergus Falls. That's Running Stitches Embroidery. Off the inbounds, caught inside the paint. Inside it goes. Turnaround shot for Shamla. No good. Another board for Hattie Fullhart. She has 8 on the game now for Fergus Falls. Left side with it, Warren. In for Ellison. Ellison, oh, nice look for Fullhart. Extra pass and a layup. Extra pass right across the paint. Fullhart from Ellison. Pretty play there. 9 for Hattie, and the Otters adding to their lead. Fergus Falls now a 50-23 advantage on the Park Region scoreboard. Park Region service beyond the connection. Caesar, free throw line, kicks it out right side. Shuck, three-pointer, back tab, no good. Rebound, Keel wrestles it free, leads the break. 4-on-2 for the Otters. Keel, bounce pass Fullhart, and is fouled. Caesar trying to go up for the block, and his whistle for the personal. First foul on Caesar. That is the first of the second half. And free throws coming here, as the first toss is good. Hattie Fullhart to double digits now. 10 points. I have her for 8 rebounds. Jordan Maya is into the game for Sydney Shamla now for the Crush. And the Otters a 51-23 advantage. On the Park Region scoreboard, second free throw is short, all tipped out. And the board to Shuck, her second. Otters, 28, equals their biggest lead of the night. Caesar trying to back down her defender for Maya. Maya open, there's a 3 off the glass, she banks it in. Showing a nice touch from out there. Her third 3 of the night. In fact, all 9 points. As a result of trays, 51-26 Fergus Falls on the Park Region scoreboard. Hurst, they reverse it for Keel. 3-point arc right side. Reese looking, calling for it. Ellison off a double screen. Heads left on the dribble, slides in, and scores off the window. Kind of shuffling her way to the left blocks underneath. 20 for Ellison. Fergus Falls leads 53-26. Entry pass, Maya gets free. Shot blocked. Getting a hand on that one, Presley Warren denying her down in the low post. She's been able to get cleaner looks further away from the basket, has Maya. It'll stay with St. Cloud. 14-19 to play as this one clipping along. Tip time was at 7:20 tonight. To the corner, Shuck. Shuck jab step. Maya posting up on the blocks as Shuck works her way out to the perimeter. Stops, pops, three-pointer is deep. And the rebound to Fullhart. One rebound away from a double-double. Hattie down the paint. Nobody stops the ball. Left-handed layup. Crawls over the rim and good. Nobody could stop the ball as Fullhart not quite unimpeded, but coast to coast for the layup. Back comes St. Cloud with it. The Otters 55-26 advantage through the free throw circle. Caesar weaves her way out to the right wing. Knocked free out of bounds. It'll stay with St. Cloud. Black and Clinard in for Keel and Fullhart. 13:46 to go. These teams will meet again towards the end of the regular season. Right now, as it stands, Otters #1 seed as far as the QRF goes. That doesn't guarantee they'll be the 1 seed when it comes tournament time. Pass errant, tipped away, stolen by Clinard. Her layup in transition is no good. Chuck the rebound. Perkins, left blocks, finding Piper. Pass out, here's a turnover. Stolen by the Otters. It's 3-on-1. Warren finds Hurst for 2. Boy, ran the break perfect that time as Warren finding Hurst with a right-handed layup. And the Otters have the lead north of 30 for the first time tonight at 57-26. Here on the Park Region scoreboard. Knocked free again. Hurst pokes it away down to the deck. Sprawling to claim it as Caesar, and a short timeout called by the Crush. And we will pause. Timeout presented by Lake Region Healthcare. Short timeout. We will pause. 57-26 Otters. We're back in just a moment.
What's your number?
We drove 25 miles to get a great deal at Quality Toyota.
I drove 7 miles to get a great deal from Quality Toyota.
Quality Toyota.
Fresh and Fancy at Mama Sheena's has a way better option than some overprocessed junk from the back of your freezer. They've got take and bake meals made fresh with real ingredients, and all you have to do is stick it in the oven. Fresh and Fancy, saving moms one dinner at a time.
At American Federal Bank, they're proud sponsors of local high school athletics. Just like their student athletes, American Federal is here to go the extra mile for you. American Federal Bank, investing in our community one play at a time. Member FDIC, equal housing lender.
So we come back off the Lake Region Healthcare timeout. Bawa pulls back. 3 left of the key. Off the glass too strong. Otters the board. 3rd for Ellison tonight. Ruby quickly into front court. Otters lead by 31. Inside, Clinard turns and scores. Left blocks. Ellison the assist. And Fergus Falls a 59-26 lead. 17-8. They have outscored the Crush here in the second half. 12:35 remaining. Lob off the hands of Ellison trying to save it. It was intended underneath for Sydney Shamla and out of bounds. Kwapinski is in. Out will go Warren. Ella Kwapinski, 9th grader. Seeing some varsity minutes at times, and I would imagine as we get towards the finish line in this one, we might see Coach steer if it does stay a pretty sizable lead. Back free, loose ball taken by the Otters. I have 20 turnovers now for St. Cloud. Kwapinski pass in traffic. Hurst got tripped up, and they're going to call her for a travel. Turnover. Fergus Falls, 10 turnovers. Excuse me, 10 turnovers tonight. For St. Cloud, it is Shuck, Mawa, Perkins, Maya, and Sydney Shamla. So we got a mixture of some experience and some youth for the Crush. In for Shamla, knocked free throw line, picked up there by Maya. Maya over to the corner, picks up her dribble, feed. Dribbling out is Shuck. Shot clock at 15, heads right on the dribble, turns to her left, feed low, dug out by Shamla in the short corner. 10 to shoot. She'll drive into the paint. Nearly dragged her pivot foot. Back out Mawa. 3-pointer too strong. Clinard at the board for the Otters. Waits for traffic to come through. Now Hurst front court. Left wing. Ball fake. Kwapinski. Kwapinski sends it right wing. Black on the drive. Floater off the glass. Good for 2. Well, the Otters, multiple players been able to get to the basket off the dribble. That time, the 9th grader Black, she has 8. And the Otters, 61-26 advantage. 3 is on the way. That's long from Perkins. Loose ball. Nice job. Savannah Lee able to throw it off the body of Shamla and out of bounds. Substitutions as Thompson, White, and Caesar back into the game for the Crush to replace Shamla, Shuck, and Perkins. 11-17 and counting here in the second half. On the drive, Black. Feed of the quarter, Clinert. Catch and shoot, 3. Front iron, no good. Offensive rebound, put back off the glass, no good. But Kopinski, nice job. As it came off the front iron, anticipated it. It was going to hit off that front iron. Got there so nobody could put a body on her. And just missed on the stick back attempt. Foul called. Maya picks up her second. And a pair of free throws coming here for the Otters for the ninth grader Kopinski. And off the back tab, no good. So far, second half, 19-8. The Otters have just gradually been able to extend their edge. Free throw missed. Well, the offensive rebound, Clinert. They'll get their 2 anyway. 6 points, 3 boards for Clinert. And they do get their 2 points. 63-26 Otters on the Park Region scoreboard inside of 11 minutes to play. Pass back out up top. Mawa, top of the free throw circle. The rainbow from 19 feet. Off the front iron, the ball heads out of bounds and back to the Otters. 3 field goals for St. Cloud here in a little over 7 minutes of the second half. Shuck an early 3. Maya hit her third 3. And a basket inside from Shamla. Here's Hurst for the Otters. High on the right side. Cutter flashing through in Clinert. Correcting traffic. Second cutter coming through is Kopinski. She's calling for it left blocks, and she's pushed and fouled. She was able to post up left blocks. Fouled by Maya, her third. Third team foul against the Crush. As the Otters will trigger it in with Black. Handled there by Savannah Lee. Back out for Hurst. Through the free throw circle. Backs down her defender. Turn. Shot is good. Carly Hurst backing down her defender. A little half turn and softly drops it in. 7 points, 65-26 Otters here on the Park Region scoreboard. 10:15 to play. Black fires. Make that Claudia White. And the rebound to the Otters. Here comes Fergus Falls the other way. Black is fouled. Holding a foul against St. Cloud. Game brought to you by Running Stitches, the local choice. Claudia White picks up her first. And it'll be the fourth team foul. Running Stitches is the local choice for embroidery and screen printing. At Fergus Falls, that's Running Stitches Embroidery. Otter basketball, Lee for Hurst. Hurst, three-point arc, sends it left side for Black. To the free throw circle. Met by Mawa. Back for Hurst. Left-handed dribble. Stops inside the free throw line. Pivots. Now Kopinski up top. Kicks it right side. Black, left-handed take into the paint. Runner is off the glass, no good. Battles for the loose ball. Able to save it. Kept alive in front of the Otter bench by Hurst. Shot clock resets. Hurst, 18-footer. Gets the offensive rebound. Followed her miss. Back out, right side. Black, three-pointer, no. Rebound, Kopinski. Got pushed. Puts it up and scores. Foul call. Boy, the Otters with chances and chances there. Kopinski on the backside, got the rebound, immediately got shoved, and a chance for the three-point play. So Kopinski, chance for the and one, and missed the free throw. As the rebound taken there by Paige Thompson, that's her fifth rebound. As the foul on the Crush, check and see who that was on. As we've got a foul against the Otters on the other end. It's going to be on Carly Hurst, her third. That's the first of the second half against the Otters. Substitution as Kopinski checks out, gets a nice hand. 67-26 Otters. The inbounds will be taken by Mawa right at the midcourt stripe. Mawa, that defensively is in for the Otters, number 30. Actually, let's get a number on that, number 20. Ashton Lill, 5'5" senior, is in. Mawa, just inside the free throw line for Caesar. Takes a dribble back to the top of the key. 8 to shoot now for the Crush as we approach 9 minutes to go on this one. Here's a drive. The runner off the glass, too strong. Rebound, Fergus Falls. Third of the game for Carly Hurst, and a foul in backcourt. Pushing a foul on Caesar. Second on Caesar. That'll be the fifth. Make it the sixth team foul against the Crush. We are into continuous clock now as we are into the second half of the second half of the second half, if you will. And the lead north of, if it's 30 or 35, it's 41 either way. We are into continuous clock. 67-26 in favor of the Otters on the Park Region scoreboard. Lee now back out. That's 31 in there for the Otters. Izzy Landberg, 5'9 sophomore, is in. Landberg, pass knocked away. Here's a steal. Taken there by Schuck, uncontested. Left-handed layup, good for 2. Schuck now with 7. Points off of turnovers there. 67-28 Otters. Feet inside. Wide open underneath. Lill scores. Ashton Lill drops it home for 2. Wide open underneath. 69-28. Otters with the advantage. Schuck through the free throw circle. Scoop shot up with the right hand. That's short. Loose ball inside. Down to the deck with it. As in there for the crush. Here's Schuck. 3 is up. That's good. As Mena Opiao kept that loose ball alive. Number 5, 9th grader in there now for the crush. 69-31. Bounce pass, backdoor cut, reverse layup is no good. And the offensive rebound is Savannah Lee missed the layup, but we have a jump ball. Battling for that offensive rebound was Izzy Landberg. Jump ball, possession light. It will belong to the Otters. So Black will trigger it in. We're at 7 minutes, 15 seconds and rolling in this one. 69-31 as we are in continuous clock. Actually, correction on the possession arrow. It will go to the crush. That's what I thought. Looked like the Otters had gotten the previous jump ball. Schuck, front court. So 11 turnovers now for the Otters, just 3 in the second half. Schuck between the circles. Otters will stay man-to-man defensively. Opiao to the corner. Maua, 3. Front iron, no good. And the weak side board to Savannah Lee for Fergus Falls. Outlet, Clinert. Clinert drops it right wing. Open. 3 is on the way. And no good. That time from Landberg. And the ball out of bounds. It'll belong to St. Cloud. The crush will be off until Tuesday. They're at Alexandria. Next home game will be here at Tech on the 23rd against Sauk Rapids Rice. They beat the Storm in the first meeting between these two teams. That's one of their 2 victories. Here's a baseline shot. Short that time from Claudia White. And the loose ball, Lee comes away with it in front of the crush bench. 6:10 to play on this one. Black just into front court. Will switch defensively as Black gets past her defender to the rim. Layup no. Rebound. Grab there by Claudia White. Down floor with it on the run out. Perkins the catch. Layup good. Nice job. Lead feed that time from White. Chasing it down Perkins. Able to scoop it up on the bounce and drop it home. 69-33 Fergus Falls on the Park Region scoreboard. Stick around. We'll have our Quality Player of the Game presented by Quality Toyota and Lake Country Graphics in Fergus Falls. Bounce pass. Lee trying to back down her defender. Lost the dribble. Able to retrieve it for Grace Black. Black, top of the key. A step on Maua. Has it knocked away. Gets it back. And eventually has it stolen. Schuck the steal. 2-on-2. Schuck down the paint. Scoop shot with the right hand short. And the rebound taken there by the Otters. Down floor for Clinert. Clinert, crossover. Hands it off inside. Wide open. Layup is good. Score it. And a foul for Savannah Lee. Got that return feed. Lee able to finish with a chance for the 3-point play. Cambria Maua picks up her second. 7th foul. Clinert checks out. Kwapinski is in to replace Black. 32. Malaya Johnson, a sophomore, is in there for the Otters. Free throw is good. 3-point play completed there for Savannah Lee. Paige Thompson back into the game, as is Mayo for the St. Cloud Crush. Otters have a 72-33 advantage here on the Park Region scoreboard. Up top with it, handled there by Opiao. Opiao, line drive 3. Too strong up the back tab. And the rebound of the Otters. Johnson the board. Down floor, gets the return feed. Layup is too strong, no good. Offensive board. Kwapinski picks up her 3rd rebound. And back out it goes up top for Lill. Right wing 3. Johnson is up, no good. And the rebound grabbed on the run that time by St. Cloud. Here's Ruby Denny, her 3. Back of the iron, no good. Follows her miss. Second chance, and that one short as well. Rebound goes to Fergus Falls. The board to Izzy Landberg. Landberg down the paint. Layup, no. Rebound, Kwapinski. Try to fire it back out, but fouled. Ella Kwapinski now 4 rebounds. Saw some minutes in the first half, and I imagine she'll get the minutes here for the rest of the way. Marilinda Santo, number 2, 9th grader in there. Fouls on Thompson. That is her first, 8th team foul. Free throw, Kopinski is in and out and back in. So Ella Kopinski, 3 points, 1 of 4 from the free throw line. The Otter lead, 40 at 73 to 33. 3:05 and counting here with the continuous clock. Free throw short, front iron, and the board goes to St. Cloud. Thompson the rebound. I have her for 6 boards for the Crush. She'll work her way into the paint. Stops her dribble, puts up the shot, and was fouled. Personal's going to be, I believe, on Kopinski. Yep, Kopinski picks up her first. That's the second team foul against the Otters. And the 8th grader, Paige Thompson, shoots a pair here for the Crush. First one is no good. Substitutions in for St. Cloud, number 10. Nibin Bielkon checks into the game. As substitutions in for the Otters, Kaya Ness, 5'6" junior, is in. Thompson's free throw. I think she was over the line when she attempted it. Yep, she was over the line before the ball hit the rim, so violation there. Substitutions in for the Otters. Zena Zita is in. Kaya Ness, as we mentioned, is in on the drive. Ella Black, 5'8" junior. Black, pass tipped, loose ball, and try to pick it up near at midcourt. Scramble for it, right near the scorer's table, and a jump ball. Otters will get it back. Johnson tying it up there with Marilinda Santo. And he will stay here with the Otters with 1:35 and rolling in this one. Fergus Falls with a win. We'll move to 10-3. It's inbounds. Ella Black, step into backcourt. Now Ella on the drive, picks up her dribble, nearly dragged that pivot foot. On the drive, getting to the rim, shot is no good. Eva Price, number 42, sophomore in for the Otters. Had that shot rejected and out of bounds. Zena Zita also in. She'll set up in the low post off the inbounds here. 9 to shoot for the Otters. As we approach a minute to go on this one. Left-handed dribble, Ness. Bounce pass inside, Zita. Back out. 3 to shoot. Entry pass in for Zita. Turnaround shot too strong. Put back. The first attempt didn't hit the rim. And the second attempt didn't get in ahead of the shot clock buzzer. So it's an Otter turnover, shot clock violation, as we're in the final minute of this one. This one will get done in about an hour and 11 minutes. 73-33 Otters here as we've been continuous clock here about the last 9 minutes or so. Opiau picks up her dribble. Now it goes over the near corner, down the baseline. Feed inside intended for Santo. Loose ball ripped away and a turnover. Turnover there is the steal from Kaya Ness. Pass down floor. Handled there by the Otters. Baseline drive. Eva Price had it knocked free and out of bounds. Down to 17 seconds and rolling in this one as Fergus Falls will pick up their 10th win. We'll head to Bemidji. Another long trip. As a corner 3, that is no good. Zita, layup off, no good. And that will put this one to bed. Not quite yet, down to 2, down to 1. Here's a 3 at the horn, short from Opiau, and that will end the game. So the Otters get a lot of players involved as 10 different players score. Big night for Ellison with 20 points, but contributions aplenty as the Otters get a road win inside of Central Lakes Conference play as the Otters move to 10-3 on the season. It is a Central Lakes Conference and section victory as the Otters will maintain that top spot in the QRF in Section 8 AAA. The Crush dropped to 2-12. They'll be at Alexandria coming up on Tuesday night. Stay tuned. Our postgame report is coming up here in just a moment. To get to that postgame report, we'll also have our Quality Toyota and Lake Country Graphics Player of the Game, Quality Player of the Game, and our postgame report. Final score of the Park Region scoreboard. Otters win it. Fergus Falls 73 and the St. Cloud Crush 33.
Nelson Auto Center in Fergus Falls is proud to sponsor area athletics. Nelson Auto knows the value of a good team, and we'd like to invite you in to meet our team. See how our team takes care of you and your family. Nelson Auto Center in Fergus Falls.
Looking to buy, build, or refinance? Trust Alicia Helgeson at FM Bank in Fergus Falls. With expert guidance and local know-how, she makes the mortgage process smooth and stress-free. Call Alicia or apply online at mybankfm.com today. Member FDIC Equal Housing Lender.
The key to a great meal is at the Viking Cafe of Fergus Falls. The Viking Cafe with Minnesota's best omelet, manhole cover pancakes, and burgers that will fill your appetite. The key to a great breakfast and lunch is at the Viking Cafe, downtown Fergus Falls.
Every team has a home field advantage. Make yours the internet from Park Region. With speeds that keep up with the pace of the game and the reliability to never miss a play, you'll always be connected. Get the internet that's always in your corner. Park Region, your home team's internet advantage.
What's your number?
We drove 5.2 miles to get a great deal from Quality Toyota.
I drove 7 miles to get a great deal from Quality Toyota.
Quality Toyota.
Lake Region Healthcare is proud to be trusted and recommended by parents and coaches, athletes, and families. Keeping healthcare close to home for local athletes and all their fans. Find us online at lrhc.org.
Need custom tees, hats, or uniforms? Let Lake Country Graphics bring your brand to life with top quality screen printing and embroidery. Located on North Union Avenue in Fergus Falls. Call 998-4027 today.
Hi, I'm Heather Hickman, Executive Director for LB Homes in Fergus Falls. Seasons may change, but one truth remains: our compassionate, Christ-centered care at LB Browen Home. For over a century, we have served as His hands and feet. Every resident is welcomed as family, embraced with the dignity and kindness that Christ calls us to share. So whether you are seeking peace of mind or a trusted home for a loved one, you'll find it here. LB Browen Home, rooted in faith, serving with compassion, trusted for generations.
Fresh and Fancy at Mama Sheena's has a way better option than some overprocessed junk from the back of your freezer. They've got take and bake meals made fresh with real ingredients, and all you have to do is stick it in the oven. Fresh and Fancy, saving moms one dinner at a time.
Welcome back here to St. Cloud Tech High School as we get into our post-game report. Still to come, we'll have our quality player of the game, and we'll certainly have some worthy candidates for that honor tonight. 73-33, the Otter girls with a victory. As Fergus Falls now 10-3 on the season. It is a Central Lakes Conference and a Section 8 AAA win. Check of the scoreboard right now. Some finals starting to trickle in. Girls basketball, that was on Rail Rock Z103 tonight. Bob Roars had the call as West Central Area Knights with a 69-37 win over Montevideo. So a nice bounce-back win for the Knights as they are back to 500 on the year. Girls hockey just up Highway 15 at the MAC in St. Cloud. Fergus Falls and St. Cloud Crush, 2-2, 12 minutes to go in the third period there. And we'll get to some other scores here later on in our post-game report. 73-33, Fergus Falls with the victory as we got on a running time for the final 9 minutes or so. So that game done quick as we were done just after 8:30 here this evening. Final numbers here on this one for the victorious Fergus Falls Otters. Ruby Ellison, 25 the other night on Saturday against Bemidji. She had 20 in the first half. Same story here tonight. 20 points for game high honors, 16 of those in the first half. 20 points for Ellison, including 3 first-half three-pointers. And then the scoring, Hattie Fullhart, I had her just missing a double-double, 12 points, and I had her for 9 rebounds. So we'll see what the official stats have, but very close to a double-double if she did not indeed get there. 12 and 9 for Fullhart. 8 points for Presley Warren. 4 rebounds and a block shot. 8 points for Grace Black. Did some good work on both ends of the floor. The ninth grader getting significant minutes tonight for the Fergus Falls Otters. Carly Hurst, 7 points, 3 rebounds. Elizabeth Clinert, 6.3 boards. 4 points for Reese Keel. Blocked a pair of shots. Had at least 3 steals and a couple of rebounds. 4 points for Keel. Savannah Lee, a 3-point play in the second half for her only points of the night. 3 points for Ella Kwapinski, as she had 4 rebounds and 2 for Ashton Lill. So 10 players scored. 10 on the scoring column tonight for the Otters, as they had 73 points for the night. There were 14 of 24 from the free throw line. So 14 of 24, 3 of 8 in the second half of play, as 58% from the stripe. Otters led at the free throw line by 4 of 4 for Presley Warren. Ruby Ellison, 3 of 4. Lee went 1 for 1. Fullhart went 4 of 6. Kwapinski went 1 of 5. Keel, nothing of 2. Carly Hurst, 1 of 2 tonight. The Otters were whistled for just 9 fouls, 2 in the second half. 3 for Hurst, 2 for Klintert, 2 for Ellison, 1 for Fullhart, and 1 for Kwapinski. Leading rebounders by our numbers, 9 for Fullhart, 4 for Warren and Kwapinski, 13 turnovers, 5 in the second half for the Otters this evening. For the St. Cloud Crush, they finish 2-12, or they're 2-12 now with the loss tonight. They had 6 players score. Wesley Shuck worked around some foul trouble in the first half. 10 points, 8 in the second half, including a pair of three-pointers and then a steal and a layup in transition. 10 for Shuck, 3 rebounds. Julia Caesar, 7 points, 9 for Jordan Maya on 3 three-pointers. 3 points for Cambria Mawa, 2 for Sydney Shamwa, 5 rebounds, and 2 for Juliana Perkins. Final total 33. They were averaging just over 33 points per game on the average and hit that average tonight as they were being outscored by about 26 points a game as they take the loss here by 40. They were 0 of 1 from the free throw line. Missed free throw from Paige Thompson. They finished tonight 3 of 8 from the stripe. Caesar goes 3 of 4. 0 of 1 for Shuck. 0 of 2 for Mawa. And 0 of 1 for Thompson. Leading rebounder was Paige Thompson by our numbers with 6. They were whistled for a final total of 15 fouls. Actually 16 fouls on the game as they had 8 in the second half, 22 turnovers, 7 in the second half of play as well. Otters led 42-18 at halftime, 31-15 second half as Fergus Falls wins it to move to 10-3 on the season, a final of 73-33. We'll take one final break, get to our Quality Player of the Game, presented to you by Quality Toyota and Lake Country Graphics. Here in our post-game report, Otters win it here in St. Cloud, 73-33.
The key to a great meal is at the Viking Cafe of Fergus Falls. The Viking Cafe with Minnesota's best omelet, manhole cover pancakes, and burgers that will fill your appetite. The key to a great breakfast and lunch is at the Viking Cafe, downtown Fergus Falls.
Need custom tees, hats, or uniforms? Let Lake Country Graphics bring your brand to life with top quality screen printing and embroidery. Located on North Union Avenue in Fergus Falls. Call 998-4027 today.
For over 50 years, Ottertail Coaches has safely carried kids to school, to games, and back home again. Trusted by generations, they're proud to serve Fergus Falls and the surrounding area. Ottertail Coaches, safety, service, and dependability.
As we're back here at Tech High School in St. Cloud, check some other scores here as some games in progress. A little over a minute to go in the second half. Boys basketball on KJ Country 96.5 and on the KBRF radio YouTube page. Underwood leading Battle Lake 76-53. Rockets will get a win in that one. Border West leads Ashby as that's just about ready to go final. Border West 63-34. They lead the Ashby Arrows tonight. Check us some other scores. Boys basketball, Rothsay over Brandon Evansville 41-25. That was at halftime. 7 minutes to go second half. Hillcrest tightening the game with Pelican Rapids. The Vikings lead the Comets by a score of 48-39 in Fergus Falls. Let's check some other scores in girls basketball. Little Falls, section opponent for the Otters, winning 40-37 over Malacca tonight. Sartell, 40-34 at halftime. They lead Big Lake. Perham beat Detroit Lakes tonight, 75-28. West Central Area Knights with a win this evening as well as they defeated Montevideo. We'll get that, track down that final, but the Knights with the victory. Final score was 69-37 in that matchup tonight. Girls hockey, third period score at last update. Otters and the St. Cloud Crush were tied at 2. Let's get to our player of the game presented by Quality Toyota and Lake Country Graphics in Fergus Falls as Lake Country Graphics for screen printing and embroidery on custom apparel with the best in personal service around. Contact Lake Country Graphics, 1223 North Union Avenue in Fergus Falls. Call 998-4027 or go to yourapparelsource.com/Lake Country Graphics. A lot of worthy candidates tonight, and I'm going to go with one of the youngsters in this Fergus Falls squad. Grace Black came in early on and really made her presence felt. did a nice job defensively, helping to force some of those turnovers. 22, the final number for the Crush tonight. Knocked down a pair of threes early in the first half, finishing with 8 points as Black, last handful of games, 9 against Bemidji, and came through with 8 tonight. So good to see a lot of those youngsters get some extended playing time here this evening. And Grace Black, who's really been one of the first off the bench much of the season for Coach Steer and the Otters. She is our Quality Toyota player of the game. Game has gone final in Underwood. Boys basketball, the Rockets defeat the Battle Lake Battlers by a score of 78-58. That'll do it tonight here from St. Cloud. For our sponsors, and Billy Lamber's doing a great job with the camera and taking care of things behind the scene. I'm Brad Anderson. Your final score one more time. Fergus Falls the win. The Otters 73 and the St. Cloud Crush 33. We'll talk to you next time here with basketball on News Talk 1250 KBRF, FergusNow.com, the Fergus Now app, and also on the KBRF YouTube page. Have a great night.
Thank you for joining us for a special KBRF Radio sports streaming presentation. Tonight's game is proudly brought to you by Quality Toyota and your Quality Toyota player of the game, Nelson Auto Center and your Nelson starting lineups, Park Region and your Park Region scoreboard, Lake Region Healthcare and your Lake Region timeout, the Minnesota Motor Company and your Minnesota Motor Company halftime show, Viking Cafe and your Viking Cafe keys to the game, Orthopedic Sports and Physical Therapy Incorporated, Fergus Falls Monument, Otter Tail Coaches, Fresh and Fancy at Mamashina's, American Federal Bank, FM Bank, Service Food, Unsted Plumbing and Heating, Splash Express, American Legion Post number 30, Lake Country Graphics, LB Homes, and by Running Stitches. We hope you enjoyed tonight's sports streaming presentation. You can find this game and others by going to KBRFradio.com and clicking on sports streaming. The